Yo, what is going on YouTube? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing out there today? Welcome back. So today we're back with some, we're going to be checking out Robert Plant, all right, lead singer of Led Zeppelin, but this is one of his solo songs, it seems like, called I Believe. This is a donation request via Buy Me a Coffee, so thank you so much for supporting the channel in that way. Really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and read the request here. It says, "Hi, Sean. This song would be kind of a continuation of the Coverdale Page Led Zeppelin comment you made about Coverdale sounding similar to Robert Plant on the CP song. And the CP song was Don't Leave Me This Way. All right, I have that one, Coverdale Page, Don't Leave Me This Way, on this channel." She goes on to say, "I found out a few weeks ago something I didn't know. Robert Plant lost his 5-year-old son to some kind of stomach virus. Most people know that Eric Clapton lost his 4-year-old son when he fell out of the balcony of the 53rd story of a building. All right, if you recall, in 1993 is when Coverdale Page LP came out. At the same time, in 1993, Robert Plant had a solo LP called Fate of Nations, and there's a song on it called I Believe. It's a tribute to his son. Be sure to look up the lyrics. Details as follows." And this goes on to link the song. "I never saw Robert Plant solo with such sincerity. His son died way before Led Zeppelin separated, but I wonder if it was a contributing factor, possibly. Another option." Oh, and that goes on to say, if I didn't want to react to it here, to listen to it solo, but no, I'll do it here. She goes on to say it's kind of a sad song for this time of year, but that's okay. That's okay. I enjoy the time of year, but this is artistic expression, man. This is his way of telling his story, and I don't think there's a wrong time of year to hear anyone say that, right? To give their piece of the story, whether it's sad or happy. And this one, I'm more than interested in listening to. Robert Plant, I've loved taking the journey and learning about Led Zeppelin and watching their performances. I've seen Robert Plant young, and I've seen him older. I even watched one of his videos recently off of, I didn't do a reaction to it. It was Robert Plant doing Stairway to Heaven, and I guess he hadn't performed that song in I don't know how many years. I don't know if it was 16 years, something like that. He hadn't touched it, and he was performing with somebody else. I fail to remember who the other artist was there, maybe from Duran Duran or something. But yeah, I ended up watching that one off stream, so I'm definitely interested in Robert Plant. So thank you so much for this donation request. Let me make sure you said pull up the lyric. Well, tap into the lyrics. I'm gonna tune into them here. It's gonna be hard to pull up lyrics and watch the video at the same time. So if I miss anything, I'll check it out afterwards. But let's go ahead and jump into this one, see what's going on. Thank you for the donation request, and here we go.
Tears at the water's edge. Hey, little sister, give us laughter instead. Tears for the teacher from the eyes of the soul. This restless spirit takes the long way back home. Like the wind, you are free. Just a whisper, I hear you, so talk to me. I believe, I do, say brothers, sisters, see your brothers in the sky. Neighbor, neighbor, don't be so cold. It's only depths of her soul. Look at your father, see his blood run cold. Like the wind, you are free. Just a whisper, I hear you, so talk to me.
Oh man, that's so sad.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Come on now, come on now. I believe I say, brother, sister, see you burn in the sky. Lemonade, don't be so cold. There's so much glory in the story untold. I believe say, brother, sister, see you burn in the sky. Lemonade, don't be so cold. There's so much glory in the story untold. I believe.
Man, that's actually can't even see what they're saying there. Good emotional backing music by this. I really enjoyed the guitar, the drumming going on here, even tapped into the bass, but that guitar that guitar was a little standout to me. Um Definitely enjoyed the sound that it was producing. It was just really picking. I don't know. I can't recreate it, but really good guitar on this track right here. As far as his vocals and his lyrics, man, some of those lyrics were cutting deep, man, and that had to be very hard to write up. You know, talking about they're free. You know, his son's free like the wind now. He hears him whisper, kind of through the sound, right? And he's saying, "Well, talk to me," and that is so heavy. That is such a heavy line to write that I don't want to think about it too much because it'll get me teary eyed. But that's rough. That's a rough spot to be. You know, a parent losing your child. What'd you say? Was it 5 years old? Yeah, 5 years old son. Eric losing his son at 4 years old. Oh man, I could not imagine. That is a very serious pain, and I feel for anybody who's ever lost their child and their children. You know, through the natural order of life, us parents are supposed to go before our kids. So I feel for you. Anybody who's lost their kid, that's rough. That's a rough spot to be for Robert Plant here as well to make this song. Beautiful tribute to his son, but very, very heavy weighted lyrics that he wrote here, man. But it's a beautiful song, you know, free like the wind, man. That he's believes that it's a glory to be on the other side, right? Is what he's been told, you know, it's a glory. And so he's trying to think of it with the most positive senses, because what else can you do, right? Don't let it eat you up, man. You got to try to be, you know, keep churning on, man, and find the beauty and positivity in life, because unfortunately nothing can change the way it happened, and we can only hope and wish that there is a life in which we get to see our loved ones again and hold them and live with them again. So it sounds like he's holding on to hope, and that's good, because we all lose loved ones, man. You know, we all lose loved ones, but I couldn't think of a greater pain. Um, so my heart's with everybody that's been through that situation, man. To find some peace and to find some worth in life to keep going, you know. So heavy, man, heavy stuff. All right, so let's read a little bit about this one. This is Robert Plant wrote, I believe, about his son, Karak, who died from a stomach virus on July 26, 1977, at 5 years old. Plant explained to the journalist Dan Rather during a 2018 episode of Rather's series, The Big Interview. Karak's death devastated Plant, of course. It also spelled the beginning of the end of Plant's band, the legendary Led Zeppelin. Plant received the news shortly after arriving in New Orleans, where Zeppelin was supposed to play a show. He later claimed that he gave up on all drugs in that precise moment and never looked back. He didn't want the party lifestyle anymore and lost interest in being a rock star. He just wanted to be with his family. During the soul searching that followed, Plant discovered or considered teaching at Rudolf Steiner Waldorf School. Zeppelin guitarist Jimmy Page ended up talking Plant out of retiring from music altogether. The band only lasted a couple more years, however. The 1980 death of drummer John Bonham sparked the final breakup, but in many ways, Plant never fully invested himself back into the group. Plant also wrote the Led Zeppelin song All of My Love for Crack. He told Dan Rather that Crack had popped up at other times in his songs, but didn't specify which. All of My Love. I really would like to go there next after listening to this one and checking it out. Phil Johnson wrote the song. Wrote this song with Plant. Johnson worked with Plant through much of his solo career, also co-writing the hits "Heaven Knows," "Hurting Kind," "I've Got My Eyes on You," and "Tall, Cool One." All right. Well, thank you very much for the donation request. Thank you for tuning me into this one. Now I want to go back and hear All of My Love from Led Zeppelin and just think about that as another love song for his son. To really get the full understanding of it, right? Now I understand why All of My Love is written, and to go and listen to that one with that in mind would be pretty special to really see how it's phrased. I thought this was beautifully phrased by Robert Plant as well. So thank you for putting me on this one. Very beautiful, and just once again, man, my heart's with him. My heart's with everybody who's been in that position. That's hard to imagine you ever. I mean, you don't ever move on from that. You don't ever get over it. It's always there. The best you can do is learn to live and enjoy your life, because just like when we pass, we're gonna want our loved ones to go on and find joy and pleasure in life still. Everybody is gonna hope that for you. Nobody wants your life to stop, despite what tragedy might happen to us, right? Just think the way we think about our lives and our loved ones and how we want them to carry on. Our loved ones feel that same way when they're no longer here with us. So, um, that's one thing to keep in mind. One thing to keep in mind. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Thank you once again for the donation request. If you guys enjoyed the reaction, please let me know by liking, subscribing, and checking out the descriptions down below. All right. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.